Let's talk your financial freedom. A lack of knowledge can actually hinder your ability to simply start your journey. You might just have no idea where to begin because you're being inundated with information. It is Women's Month and we're talking women empowerment. MD at Morningstar Investment Management SA, Victoria Reuvers, making some time for me this morning to talk about some tips, easy to do tips and to achieve that financial security. Victoria, good morning to you. I appreciate your time. So the problem is before you have knowledge, you need to sift through all the information and it's overwhelming. There is so much to look at, isn't there? Where do we begin? Good morning.
Good morning, Gareth, and good morning to your listeners. And yes, I mean, luckily times are changing for many women, but money is not really a big topic of discussion. And we know that women typically live longer than men, so it's important to be financially wise. And also more women are working and there are lots more single mums, divorce rates are high. And so it's really important for women to take charge of your finances and to become financially independent. So at Morningstar, we like to empower investors, and we've got a couple of, we think, easy tips that we hope will help women become more financially independent or remain financially independent.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask for those tips in just a moment as well, because I also want to make sure when we're talking financial freedom, we don't just mean getting through the month with a little bit of money left in your savings account. We're talking retirement, pension funds, making sure you can look after the elderly parents, all those good things. Is my understanding correct? And if it is, then help me with some of those tips.
Absolutely. I mean, investing gives you independence. It's a gift of your independence for your future self. So a little bit of delayed gratification today can have a large impact on your future and your ability to care for yourself and all of those that you care about. So for many women, they look after so many people. And one of our biggest tips is to say, look after yourself first. So pay yourself first. It doesn't matter how big or small it is, but that power of compounding from a small investment can become very big over time. And an important point as well is you don't need to know it all. So as women, we ask for advice in many areas of our life, whether it's a doctor, a personal trainer, an electrician. But when it comes to finances, we often feel like we can't ask for advice. We might not know what questions to ask. And so we leave it up to, it's really at the back of our list. So don't be afraid to ask for advice. Find a financial advisor, and there's no such thing as a silly question. But start that journey and then also start the habit of saving. When it comes to your kids, get them involved from a very young age, because the sad reality is that in most cases, kids leave home without proper financial skills. So teaching your children about budgeting, about savings goals, and the impact that can have on their finances is also very important. And you really don't need to know it all, but you just need to know, if I start small and I start today, it's going to make a big difference in my life later on.
Let's talk small for a second, because I can hear someone yelling at me from their couch going, yeah, but Gareth and Victoria, I don't have any money left whatsoever to even begin a small investment, whatever a small investment might be. You might not even have 20 Rand left to your name before you get paid. So what do you tell someone like that, Victoria? Because it's a reality. Cost of living, etc., etc. I'm sure you're aware of all of that. When you say small, what is small? Give me some advice there.
Well, 20 Rand, whatever you've got left, if you can start just saving in a money market account, it'll make a difference. And remember, the important thing is also just having that discipline and starting the habit of saving. So knowing the importance of what it does and knowing that it's not something you do after everything you've spent, it's the thing that you do first. But if you have got 250 Rand a month, we'd say invest in a tax-free savings account. It's a gift from government. There's no tax that you'll ever pay on that account. And you can invest up to 36,000 Rand a year, and with as little as 250 Rand a month. Now, I know 250 Rand a month might feel like a big number to a lot of people in this country. But if you can put aside 250 Rand a month in a tax-free savings account, and that will compound over time, you can save up to 500,000 in your lifetime. Compounding effect of that will be enormous, and that can really set you up for retirement. But if you have less than 250 Rand a month to save, just save what you can. And even if you put it into a money market account and you have the discipline not to touch it, but to let it compound over time, you'll really appreciate that one day, either for retirement or when you need it for a rainy day. I think COVID taught a lot of people the importance of having some form of savings and to cushion you during tough times. I know it was an incredibly tough time for people who did have to draw on their savings, but a good reminder that actually savings, tough times are ahead, and so you need to look further than just to where you are at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if anything, a lot of hard lessons for many, many people were learned during COVID. Hopefully they're much better at it now. So that's when we say small amounts of money, that's what we're talking about. A couple of $100, even if it's smaller, just put it into a small savings account until you can get the 250 Rand, as Victoria says, and then start doing something with that. Some practical advice. So MD at Morningstar Investment Management SA. I'm sure you can go look for them as well on their website and all their socials. I'm sure they've got them. Victoria Reuvers making time from Morningstar Investment Management.